Ciao YouTube, benvenuto in che mi si Turtle War Shogun 2 best avere photo with new Zawa map. I kinda do not like this map. I mean, it's I don't know why I just don't like it. Probably because, you know, pretty much all the fight tend to be fought on this hill or around it. So my army is composed by 2 units of Metal Gashigaru. It's a small fans battle, by the way. And 1 unit of Yari Shigaru, 3 units of the Longsword Shigaru, and 1 unit of Yari Cavalry. These guys. So, let's give a look at my opponent's army. Got a couple of units of Yari Cavalry, because one not so cool thing of fighting against a lower rank opponent is that your general's bodyguard is crazily expensive, and so you tend to be outnumbered, especially in cavalry. Then he got some Yari Shigaru, 3 units of those. He got only a couple of units of Boa Shigaru, and then he got 1, 2, 3 units of long swords. So, as I told you before, all the fights on this map tend to be fought around this hill, and in fact my opponent is rushing the hill. So my plan was pretty simple. I wanted to send my Machiloka Shigaru forward as a bait, and when this cavalry would have come down to get him, retreat, and use my Yari Shigaru as a spear wall to catch him. So he's in fact sending his Yari cavalry down, and I will get some shots at them. Let's see if I get to kill some of his men. Yeah, I get to kill lots of his men in fact. And I put these guys in a spear wall formation, but I didn't retreat my men fast enough. So and plus these units didn't take a single loss. So I'm losing 1 unit of the Machiloka Shigaru for little results. I think I also sent into the fray my own Yari Cavalry, yeah. But my opponent didn't lose a single unit of Yari Cavalry, even if this took pretty heavy losses. This one took some losses too. But I had to sacrifice 1 unit of Matchlocks and lots of men in this other unit. It's down to half strength right now. So my tactic wasn't really so effective. These guys are cheering up, however, so they are happy. And well, as you can see, my opponent is sitting on the hill, which I believe was closer to his deployment zone than to mine. And so I have to wait down here for some time. He moves his archers forward, and he's gonna fire at me. Luckily these guys are unupgraded, so they're not gonna be much effective. I was moving my archers, my Matchlocks on the flanks, and now I'm sending for my Longsword Shigaru in the open formation. And I know I'm gonna get charged downhill, but there's little I can do. Besides this, I really don't want to. I didn't want to, you know, just counter camp and sit here waiting for my opponent to come down. So here my Machiloka Shigaru firing against this longsword on the flank, and here I position my Yari cavalry. My opponent's flank, and I'm trying to get some flank shots. I'm also moving my Matchlocks because I was firing into the back of my own men. And here I'm actually recovered the other unit of Machiloka Shigaru, and I'm getting some shots at his flanks of his Yari Shigaru. I'm also sending my own Yari Shigaru into the fray, but I'm losing this long swords. You get his no, this is Yari cavalry actually in the melee, and I'm sending in my spears. Really kills his morale. Here with my cav I managed to destroy his melee units, charging him on the flanks, and now his whole army is routing. And I really don't know why, because I didn't even kill his general. It was probably a combination of matchlocks and cavalry charges from the flanks. Here I'm in a melee with his Arthur's bodyguard, and I'm pretty sure his Arthur was still alive because I had no message telling me that I killed him, so actually firing against him with my matchlocks too, which are pretty effective against cavalry. Let's see if his daughter is still alive. Yeah, it's this guy. And he still has some units actually. But well, this cavalry, this Yari Cav is gonna die in a few seconds. He recovered some Yari Ashigaru and this unit of Bow Ashigaru, but I can just charge them with my own melee units. So yeah, this was a pretty quick fight. Because I used my cavalry well, my matchlocks well, and I managed to crush his morale. And being both armies being composed of Ashigaru only, our morale is crappy. He recovered his unit of Lancer Ashigaru, but I charged downhill with this unit. And I'm gonna win the fight with this. While here I do the same. And I think I'm also gonna get some shots with this Matchlock Ashigaru at these units' flanks before they run. Let's see if we can actually get some shots. Yeah, I do get some shots. I shot by 3 for most with most units, with most men, but still. And so the battle is done. Yeah, morale in Shogun 2 is really... I think this is the game in which morale plays the greatest role. Most of the time you win not because you annihilated your opponent's units like in Napoleon, but just because we run when we still have more than enough strength. Which is a cool thing, it's actually pretty realistic. So, you gained to my opponent, and thank you for watching. Ciao ragazzi!